know what I mean? Now you can tell. You guys, it's a Teepee Trident leaner. It is.
I love it.
Yeah, look. It's a Teepee Trident leaner. I'm not kidding.
Oh my goodness, it certainly is. Wow.
It's right at the entrance. Like, hey, come on in, guys. Coming out. Let's go. Look at this one. Yeah, see?
Oh, it's beautiful. Classified the CIA.
Yeah, the Adam and Eve story.
I found that.
It's on
Nest.
Yeah, it does.
Watch. Look, you have to go back and look at that. You see how it's on there like a grape? Look at the branch from the weight. You see that? See the branch?
What is that?
It's holding it like it came from a... Like it's one of them. It's part of theirs. Watch. A guy just told me the other day, he gets mad. He's like, because he knows I don't say it because no one understands it. He's like, Mark, you just got to not worry. Like that's where they live in those. And I'm like, I know, but
triple. Oh, we see a triple.
You see that structure behind? Yes, look at this. Hold on, Nico. Say hi. Even though Nico just turned his clip on, I want to see you.
Going?
You guys, there's Nico, world famous Nico Haan. There's Ellen and Nico. I feel like I'm annoying them, so I'm gonna go this way. Not annoying, but you know, like there's a lot of driving in the car. I'm just like, look at the X, guys. You know, like at some point, you know, I feel like I'm just. Nico's like, dude, shut up. He's not, but he would never. But I feel like that's what he wants to say. I told him, I was like, you gotta tell me. He's like, no, this is perfect. And then what I've done is brought these guys to one of the best places in the world that's accessible from a road, but has the same qualities, if not better, than the places you got to walk 6 miles to get. You know, and this is extreme high elevation. We're at about, we'll have to check. I think it's 9,800, something like that here. We're just below tree line, and the snow just melted here. So we have, this is like a world record for the amount of seats that exist on structures, and it's here. I think it's close to 200 seats, and I want to get down and see if any are being used yet. So I'm just going to kind of run the camera. You know, like I said, it's kind of cool now. You know, it's just us. So I don't really need to be explained. I know there's a few new people, but you know, the majority of my people are my friends or people that have been watching forever and know me really well. And they don't need a play-by-play anymore. I don't have to do, okay, look at this, look how this is tucked under. I mean, I'll do that sometimes, but you guys know. Like, I mean, if anything, you could tell me what I'm missing. I love that there's a big open meeting area. I love that. So I guess it does go downhill a little bit. I remember this being like really flat. Now they'll be here. The little ones don't leave. When this video goes through, you'll see we get them all the time. They'll be in places like that. Like you'll see, like always look for the totem poles and like underneath them. There's like a little guy and he's like, you know, he'll be like in there. You can't see him, but on the video he'll be right clear as day. Or if you had like a real mirror and you stood there and looked in the mirror behind you, you'll see him. It's just it's like a light bending thing. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't figured it out, but dimensional. Look at that. Look, see, now you know. Always for sure. See how there's the giant X.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter what you think about this. That's them telling you, you're not crazy. This is all real, and that's a mind blower. Seriously. And you can tell too. Look at the camera. Like it kind of isolates you from seeing.
Yeah.
Because this is, to me, this is all confusion. So when you get to like box it off, you really can tell that that's something cool, right? I do that to everybody. Step up really high, you're in a maze. For sure. He's ditching us. He doesn't want to see us. maybe you. He doesn't, I think he doesn't, he's like, Mark, you don't have to tell me anything. I know exactly what's going on. And he's right. If anybody does, he does. Well, you know what it is for me? It's my nerves. It's up here. Like it's like an excitement, but I also have like a nerve thing because I can sense them. So that's why I talk hyper, like never shut up. It's like it's a constant.
When we passed the place where you pointed out the circuit,
Yeah.
it triggered an optic migraine for me.
Really?
And I thought, well, I'll get in the structures and it will go away.
Fresh seat.
Yeah.
Nico found. And then look, you know, the big thing is, Nico, look on top of the seat. If your brain is no, if your brain is
I just like standing on the seat and looking where they would be.
Ever
looking.
testing you in any way, right here. If you had any, look, Ellen, if you had any doubts,
Yeah, right.
all you gotta do is look there. And then, that's the best spot. I remember that's where I got the timestamp. He was in that log. So let me get a better shot of that. Just in case he's still in there. The little one, remember I was telling you I got the little one on the camera? Mm-hmm. It was right there. See how it's all clean in there?
Yeah.
And there's that log. He was under that log. And I remember, I'm gonna go look. Oh, I got major readings here. Let's go to the middle. Oh, look at the perch. I knew it, right at the main part. Look at that, you guys. Remember with these videos, this is just letting you hang out with me and Nico, because I'm not doing breakdowns and explaining how something's tucked. We're just hanging out. What do you got before you step on it? Hold on. Almost looks like. Whenever it's unexplainable, I always know it's them. Oh, look at the other one, Nico.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so good. You guys freshly disturbed. So we got 3 within 50 feet of each other.
It's a lot.
And then look at the focal point in the middle.
Yeah. Maybe just come back and check on it.
Well, so far, I'm sure there's more than we realize, but I've seen right here, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 really good used seats so far.
Looks like there was an old one here. There's one.
Well, that one's awesome. You know it's not elk. People are like, elk poop while they're laying down.
Really?
Oh yeah, I find the spots all the time, like that, especially in the winter when they're sitting in the snow. He'll be there all night in the snow, and right next to him is his poop from the whole night. They could care less. They don't even think about it. It just comes out, you know. Here's another little one. And they poop everywhere. And same with deer. Now deer are in here. You could see deer maybe, but see how weird? Look, the marks are always weird. See that? It looks like someone went like this.
Yeah.
Like it's just a bizarre, with no poopies seat. Old, really cool old seat. See it? Look at that, you guys. This place, I just love it because it's got it all. You can jump out of the car.
It's so intricate.
Yeah, you can jump out of the car. And by the way, we've only seen this little.
Yeah.
It goes all the way that way. We don't have to see it all, but it's basically the same thing.
Something about it that speaks to me because it's very symmetrical in a way, and it's lots of lines.
And the fact that it took your head away isn't too bad either.
Yeah.
I'll take
Well,
that.
I knew that would happen.
And then you got, you know, again, when all else fails, what's in the outskirts? A leaning Trident.
Yep.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
It's great. I love that. Yeah. It's amazing how some people's brains can't wrap around it. I don't understand how I could show the best stuff, like seats marked with structures and Tridents, everything in one. And some guy's like, oh, that's where the elk sit. You know, he can't process, like...
Well, you have to be open to things. I've
Not really.
always been open to things.
Yeah, but I'm showing you the evidence. He's
looking at it and not seeing.
But he has no proof of why he doesn't believe. He just doesn't believe because he's an idiot. He just, you know, there's no thought process. He's a sheep. He's a result of human conditioning. Is all he is. And when I say idiot, like he might be the coolest guy in the world. I don't mean he's not a loving, nice person. I just mean when it comes to this. Yeah, just thinks he knows it all. I'm not putting this in the video. Don't worry. It's recording, but I'll have to edit. Look at that. Talking about idiots. I always get yelled at from the good people whenever I mention them because they're like, just can you focus on us, please? Because there's one guy. There isn't anybody right now at all. There's nobody. It's just that I think sometimes I say that because I'm looking at the most undeniable thing in the world, backed up with many, many Tridents and seats and X's in one of the most amazing places there is. And, you know, some people are just too dumb. You know, there's no other word. I can't use a nice word when you're talking about stupid. It's just there's one word for it, and it's that was it. You can't fix stupid, but you can try. Over and out.
And the X over here, and then the one on the ground, right in front of each other. Do you see that one?
You see the one on the ground in front of the big X?
Yeah.
Clearly.
So yeah, I did a video here, and the timestamps right there when I was doing exactly what I'm doing was good. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about because you're the one that sent me the pictures.
Wow, look at this photo.
This white one. Look at that white leaner over there on the top of it. And tell me that's just not too unique for right there.
To the left of the truck?
It's a Trident at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
If not 4, right?
Yeah.
It's
it
the
looks
most
like there's 2
unique,
there's another one going
out of place looking thing with the other one coming up below, right?
I like the other one with the X and then the X on the ground in front of it.
So you guys, we're thinking about doing an expedition. We want to see who wants to sponsor us. Like, we want to do a real expedition.
Like 3 days.
Yeah, Nico.
2 nights.
Yeah, it won't be long. 3 days max. Nico, you know, maybe Callie, and we're thinking, you know, I don't know, maybe a sponsor of some sort. We'd love to have a photographer, you know, and this is not to get known or so anyone see. It's just for us, so we can do a real expedition and be in places. I was on that side. You see how this double leaners? I was like a quarter mile past that where that smell was, and I walked all through these woods right here, coming through, and it's fascinating right in here. That's where you get those blindy type weird like spots, like. So we're thinking about going up to these humps. I'll try to show you. I think I took a shot down there earlier from a high elevation, and I'll try to show you how amazing it is. We want to go back there, and I'm not asking now, but we're just thinking about it. We want to get a sponsor for this amazing expedition, who's actually welcome to come with us, or just if he just wants to sponsor us, even better. You know, if you want to come with us and you think you can do it. It's not an aggressive trip. We're just going to go to a very special place that's going to require at least 1 overnight. So it'll be a minimum 1 night in the woods. Because you have to remember, the things that are going to happen to us out there, we might not be able to stay. So, like we could, but we might not want to. Like, that was good. We're out of here.
That was fabulous.
Let's go see the reservoir. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the night sleeping. Isn't that cool right there?
Yeah.
What about the squatch in there? Come on. Look at that. Nico, you gotta step back again. Real quick, look at this. It's not 2 X's. And I'm not gonna bother you much like this today.
Oh yeah, double X.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's deceiving. It takes a while. This is a skill. Look. Yeah. So you got your 1 down there, right? 1, and then there's 2. You gotta count that one.
Oh yeah.
3, 4, 5. That's amazing. I mean, look.
Okay, we'll keep going.
You see that in the camera? Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the ground.
Yeah. Undisturbed.
And then the best part about this, about all this, like, oh yeah, they're sticks bent. But how do you see this, right? And then, of course, you saw the structure back there with what's right there. Just all you do is
laying on the ground.
Walk right to there, and you'll see all the seats. This is just an amazing. This is one of my favorite places for some reason to be in the whole world, right here. Now, whether they've been in these perches is going to be the
You can see the seats here.
This is where they sit. What are the chances, right? And it's always the same.
Here are the seats right here. See this one?
See how see, Nico, look how the dirt comes up. How low this is, and how the dirt comes over. You know, like they're messing around. You know, like No scat from any animals. You will see deer prints because the deer are like their best friends. Look at this, you guys. How much this has changed. Joel and Donna, you've stood right here. You guys get it with the seats, right? They're not hiding it from you. They're telling you. Yes, look, here's our structures. How do you have 5 symmetrical X's in front of that many seats? With bends like that. That's freaking amazing. Give me a sec. Actually, don't give me a sec. Look here. I see what Nico sees. Look. He was immediately drawn away by that structure. What I want to do is not look at that, I want to look beyond him. This is the place where they'll separate the people that are with me. Where they took Jen and just... She was her first time in a Bigfoot world and she walked away. She's like, I'm like, where are you going? You were just telling me how scared you were, nervous. She's like, I'm fine. She just left us and she was up there with her arms down to her side and her face like up to the sky a little bit, just standing there for 20 minutes, not moving. I was like, are you okay? She's like, I'm fine, I'm fine. She knew she was fine. That was the weird part. So weird. And they just took her away from me. Same with them. These guys also love Dan. They like me here. In fact, I think I'm maybe their favorite in a sense because I'm always here. However, that doesn't mean I'm going to get the most stuff because of that. It's all come down to the camera. Whether they drain the batteries or whether they do all that stuff, I do not know. But one thing I swear I do know is that they do care if you're filming. It's become a major thing on their side, you guys. And we're talking about all around the world. These guys are everywhere. All their news is the same. And their big thing for the last 10, 20 years has been, do not let your faces get on these cameras. It's a matter of national security for not only them but us. When you guys finally understand why this is all hidden from us and why they don't tell you, then you're gonna get it. Then you'll understand why it's been a lie and why it's been a secret. Because the rest of our lives have to forfeit for you to know the truth about this. Look how tweaked that thing is at the bottom. It goes all the way up. It's a Trident. Very cool. I'm not really filming too much today. I'm more documenting just for Nico. If he has extra fit footage, and so you guys can see what we did. But I think I'm just gonna have the camera, like I said, just like we have them here. Like they're just coming with us. I'm not gonna do any talk, like over talking, hopefully today. This thing's blowing my mind, this entire tree right here. Right here. It's a whole tree. And then not to mention, it's bending around the corner below it. I have never seen, I swear it's like I've never been here before. If anything, it's more messy now in here. They've made it messier, so it's harder to figure out. Because that's a whole tree right there. Nico, in your professional opinion, would you say that's a whole tree?
I would say so.
Yeah. It's a whole tree. There's no wind in here. Now we're gonna go this way.
Looks like there's a whole corral up there.
First little whistler right on top of us. It's amazing how he came all the way to us, whistling. Look at that. Me?
Yeah, we're heading that way right there.
Hey, look at that, you guys.
Look at those X's.
I'm serious. Trident leaning to your right. That's a double Trident right over your head. Ooh. Let me get some long distance. Hey, Nico, you know what you can see in here, too? That's really cool? Big, big, big elk and moose. I'm talking, this is where the big ones hide.
Really?
I've seen, yeah, I've never even seen little ones. That's the thing. I only see the big one. It must be like where they come up and hide, you know, where there's no hunting or something. Look at the X's, guys. Hey, look how that X has basically a Trident on the one side. It doesn't have to be pretty, as long as it represents. All right, so we just came in and checked this one place. We're we're off to a new place. We're trying to get out of here. But as we go, we're seeing all kinds of stuff. I feel like I've never been in here, and I've been in here, I'm not sure, 20 to 30 times just in this spot, like in this area. And one thing I am noticing is all kinds of new work down below. They never had any of this. I want to know when they did it, how they did it. We know that's a spot over there.
And we really don't know why they didn't.
I don't have to point anything out to Nico. I just do, like, in case, like, because anybody can just miss something. So once in a while, I'll be like, look at that. Because you think you're seeing it all, but you're not. Look at this. Hey, that Trident X just happens to be wrapped, you know, at the base. It's all funky. You know, that's how I've come to know they do these twists in the forest. It's not natural. That's just natural. Well, it's not natural. Trust me. Now it's weird. You won't get the surrounding whistles here, but down just a mile in that way, where we're going to be a little bit, they'll show right up and be all around you. It'll never happen here, but it'll always happen there. I don't get it. This is definitely what we're looking for. Well, on the way out, we were trying to find this really rare structure. Look at this, you guys. And then we're off to a new world. The main area of here takes a day. It's where the graves are, all that stuff you want to allow. A day. Bigfoot. Hey, look at this one. Here is a whole tree that did not come from up or down. No, it definitely didn't. I'm making sure on this one. It's a symmetrical, brand new X on the ground. This is all brand new. They zap your camera?
I think so.
It happened to Callie's. And guess what? Guess where it happened, Nico? You've been there. Remember those bends we found? The giant bends all together? That's where his whole card got fried. And I recovered some of it for him, but I couldn't get all of it. Check this out. Yeah, remember, this video, you guys, is not... It is for your entertainment, but I'm not trying to entertain you. I'm just bringing you... When someone's here, that's my focus for the day. Believe it or not, I am focused on you guys too. But you know what I mean? Like, I just want to bring you out here with us today. I think my channel's been restricted down to just us, right? So, there's a few people. Look at this. So you have a bend tucked, right? And then you got the most amazing structure ever. Guys, this is amazing. There's so much more here. A lot of you remember this structure. And you'll see that none of this was around it. Nico found himself a real bend. Look at that thing. Holy bend.
And then we have the one we were just looking at earlier.
Yeah. Nico's having GoPro issues. The thing, every time we get to a set of structures, like these are really, really fascinating structures. Something's happening to his GoPro, brand new. And Callie as well, you know. We were talking off camera, and I was saying that I'm not, you know, a big fan of the batteries dying thing and all this. Like, I think it is possible. Ever since I said that, his camera keeps dying. The battery's not being drained, though. So my battery's been affected in this spot. I have videos that are on YouTube right now, in this exact area, showing my camera freezing and going crazy. So it's not the first time it's happened, and it's happened right here. Which makes sense to me because I think some beings have those abilities and some don't, and there's certainly one here that it's very possible does.